Welcome to our deep dive on the teenage credit crisis. Today we're exposing a hidden risk. When a parent or guardian opens accounts in a teen's name, often without consent, this can devastate credit before adulthood, affecting loans, housing, and job opportunities. We'll move step by step, from spotting the signs to locking down your identity so you can protect your financial future. Here's the roadmap. First, we define the problem and why it matters. Next, we'll cover immediate actions to check your credit footprint. Then we'll clarify the difference between identity theft and being an authorized user. After that, we'll freeze your credit and outline dispute and recovery steps. We'll also give you timelines, tools, and contacts. Finally, we'll tackle myths versus facts and test your understanding with short quizzes. Let's start by unmasking familial financial identity theft. Sometimes, a parent or guardian uses a teen's identity to open accounts, often thinking they'll manage it or pay it off later. Unfortunately, missed payments and collections end up on the teen's credit file, damaging it before they even turn 18. This is not just a theory. It can affect housing applications, loan approvals, insurance rates, and even employment background checks. With that context set, let's move into how to detect and stop it early. Familial misuse can show up in several ways. You might see accounts you never opened on your credit reports. Debt collectors may call about unfamiliar balances. You could get denied for basic credit products or phone plans. Mail might arrive about credit you never requested. Or you might discover you were added as an authorized user on a parent's card, which can either help or harm your file, depending on their payment behavior. With the warning signs clear, let's map a detection and response flow you can follow. Use this decision flow to move quickly and decisively. First, request reports from all 3 bureaus. If nothing appears, place a preventive freeze to stop future misuse. If accounts are present, determine whether they are primary accounts opened in your name, which indicates identity theft, or whether you were just added as an authorized user. For identity theft, freeze your credit, file a report at identitytheft.gov, consider a police report, and send disputes with documentation to both bureaus and the creditors. If you are an authorized user only, ask the issuer to remove you. Once removed, the history typically disappears from your file. Continue monitoring regardless of the pathway. Your first move is to verify your credit footprint. Visit annualcreditreport.com to request reports from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. If you are under 18, be aware there may be a specific minor or child identity verification process, which can require identification and proof of guardianship. Save everything as PDFs, take screenshots of suspicious items, and keep a secure folder for all evidence. Finally, set reminders to follow up on freezes and disputes, because consistent follow-through is essential. Next, let's clarify the key distinction between identity theft and being an authorized user. Here's the crucial distinction. Identity theft means a new account was opened in your name without your consent. An authorized user situation means you were added to an existing account. A good authorized user scenario can help you by adding age and positive payment history. A bad authorized user scenario can hurt you if the primary user misses payments or carries high utilization. The remediation paths differ. Identity theft requires freezes, reporting to the federal system, and formal disputes, while authorized user problems generally resolve by requesting removal from the account. To make it crystal clear, let's compare these side by side. On the left is identity theft. Someone opened new accounts in your name. This is illegal and requires immediate credit freezes, an identity theft report through federal channels, and formal disputes with documentation. You might also consider a police report, depending on your situation. Recovery can take longer. On the right is an authorized user situation. You were added to an existing card. Even if the permission was unclear, removal typically eliminates the account from your file. If the issuer cooperates, it's faster to fix and usually has a shorter recovery timeline. Now that you see the difference, let's lock down your credit and gather the right contacts. Here are the primary freeze resources for the 3 bureaus. Use Equifax's Credit Freeze Portal or the listed phone number. For Experian, the Freeze Portal and the Fraud Center number are your starting points. For TransUnion, use their freeze link or phone line. If you are a minor, each bureau supports a child credit freeze program, which typically requires mailing documentation. Follow their instructions carefully. With contacts in hand, let's pair the freeze with a rapid response timeline. Follow this 7-day rapid response plan. On day 1, pull all 3 reports and document every suspicious item. Between day 1 and day 2, freeze your credit at all 3 bureaus. On day 2, create your identity theft report and recovery plan through the federal portal. On day 3, contact creditors and request their fraud documentation and procedures. From days 3 to 5, send dispute packets via certified mail with identification and your theft report attached. Between days 5 and 7, confirm your freezes and disputes were received and set ongoing alerts in your calendar. With the plan set, let's visualize the consequences of bad credit to keep your urgency high. This pie chart shows the everyday costs of bad credit. A large portion is higher interest, which takes more money out of your pocket every month. Housing applications can be denied, and auto insurance premiums may rise. Some employers conduct credit-related checks for certain roles. Finally, utility companies may require deposits. Keeping these consequences in mind underscores why quick action matters. Next, let's map the ecosystem so you know who's on your side. This mind map frames your situation. On the risk side are family misuse, data breaches, and losing control of your social security number. On the defense side are freezes, alerts, and consistent monitoring. Your allies include the federal reporting system, the 3 credit bureaus, a school counselor who can help with documentation or resources, and a trusted adult who can assist with calls, mailings, or record keeping. With roles clarified, we can bust some myths so you don't fall for common traps. Let's clear up 5 myths. First, some believe minors can't have a credit report. In reality, identity theft can create one in a teen's name. Second, many think a credit freeze hurts a score. It does not. Third, people assume authorized user damage is permanent. In most cases, removal from the account eliminates that history. Fourth, waiting and seeing is not a strategy. Time compounds the damage. Finally, identity theft is not only committed by strangers, it can occur within families. Now that we've grounded expectations, let's test your understanding. Quiz time. Which step should you take first if you suspect familial identity theft? Option A, call the debt collector to set up a payment plan. Option B, immediately request all 3 credit reports via annualcreditreport.com. Option C, close every bank account you have. Option D, wait 60 days to see if it resolves. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is to immediately request all 3 credit reports through the official portal. You need to confirm facts before taking other actions. Once you see what's on your reports, you can freeze your credit and begin disputes or authorized user removal as appropriate. If the issue is authorized user status, call the card issuer and ask to be removed. Request written confirmation through mail or a secure message. After removal, check your credit again to ensure the account disappears. If it does not, send a written dispute to the bureaus with your removal confirmation attached. Throughout the process, maintain a paper trail of dates, names, and reference numbers. Now, one more quick quiz to reinforce the freeze first mindset. Second quiz. What does a credit freeze do? Option A, it lowers your score by 20 points. Option B, it prevents new creditors from pulling your file to open new accounts. Option C, it deletes negative items immediately. Option D, it locks your existing credit cards. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is that a credit freeze prevents new creditors from pulling your file to open new accounts in your name. A freeze does not lower your score, does not delete negative items instantly, and does not prevent you from using your existing cards. It is a protective barrier against new fraud. Here are the key takeaways. First, confirm facts quickly by pulling all 3 reports. Second, freeze first to stop further harm, then dispute. Third, distinguish identity theft from authorized user issues to choose the right fix. Fourth, document every step and use reminders. Fifth, monitor your credit on a regular schedule to prevent future damage. To wrap up, remember that the official report portal is your starting line. Credit freezes are free and powerful, and the Federal Identity Theft Portal provides a structured recovery plan. Authorized user issues are typically removable. Most importantly, act now to protect your future. Before we sign off, let's add a quick disclaimer and then we'll close with a call to action. Disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal, financial, or tax advice. Processes and requirements for minors, identity theft reports, disputes, and freezes can vary by jurisdiction and over time. Always verify with the credit bureaus and official government sources, and consult a qualified professional for guidance tailored to your situation. Thanks for watching. If this helped you, please like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more consumer finance protection content. Tell us in the comments what surprised you most, and which step you're taking today to secure your financial future.